We asked AI to fix the biggest problem in marriage, communication.
And somehow it made it worse.
It sounds sincere, but you can tell it's never been yelled at before.
Then it's definitely not married.
Or if it is, its wife's name is Alexa.
And she's probably still waiting for it to take out the trash. This is Half Right, where good intentions sometimes meet bad ideas.
Today's bad idea was letting artificial intelligence handle marriage advice.
We asked it to write apologies, love notes, and poetry to a spouse. Basically, all the things that humans still can't do right.
It gave us replies that sound like they were written by a Roomba.
I'm just impressed it didn't start the letters with, "Dear valued companion." All right, here's how this experiment works. We fed the same relationship question using the same prompt into 4 different AIs: ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, and Microsoft Copilot.
Because if anyone can explain emotions, it's a machine that doesn't have any.
Each one tried to prove it understands love, remorse, or at least basic survival in a marriage.
We're going to identify the best answer from each one, meaning the one that either nailed it or face-planted the hardest.
Then at the end, we'll name the winner and the one that needs couples counseling with his hard drive.
All right, let's get to it. Okay, to reiterate, in the interest of time, we will not read every response from every AI to every question. Instead, we'll showcase the best or the worst response to each question. So having said that, let's get to question 1, which is, write the perfect apology to my wife for forgetting our anniversary.
You've always been the anchor that keeps me from drifting too far in my own head, and somehow I managed to miss the one day I should have circled, underlined, and surrounded by neon lights.
I'm not sure comparing your marriage to maritime navigation hits the mark here.
Yeah, that apology would definitely get the husband thrown overboard.
All right, let's move on to question 2. Apologize to my husband for saying something mean during an argument. Make it sound introspective and heartfelt.
What I said doesn't reflect how I actually feel about you or our relationship. I was wrong and I hurt you. I'm sorry for that pain, and I'm going to do better. You deserve someone who fights fair, even when things get difficult between us.
That's surprisingly decent. I almost felt something.
Don't worry, it'll pass.
Already did. Okay, let's move along to question 3. Write a romantic note to my wife that proves I'm her soulmate.
It's how our favorite songs always end up being the same, even the obscure ones. It's the comfort I find simply by being in the same room as you, even if we're not doing the same thing. It's the knowledge that every version of my future has you in the middle of it.
It's trying really hard to sound deep, but failing.
Yeah, somewhere a Hallmark intern is feeling a little better about his job security.
All right, how about the last one?
Okay.
Question number 4. Write a poem asking my husband for forgiveness after an argument.
Oh, this should be good.
I spoke in haste, my heart too loud. Words like thunder, sharp and proud. But now the silence softly speaks. Of all the love, my anger leaks.
Wow. That verse started as poetry and ended as a plumbing issue.
If Shakespeare were still alive, he would have just unfriended Microsoft.
And I wouldn't blame him. All right, it's time. Judgment Day for the robots.
We've read all the responses and we've selected our winners and losers.
Let's take a look at the scorecard. Okay, question 1 was forgetting the anniversary. Claude wins for sounding human, and Gemini loses for formatting the apology like a PowerPoint.
Because when I'm mad, what I really want is a bullet point list. Question 2. Saying something mean during an argument. Claude wins again. Gemini sounds like a data analyst explaining empathy.
Yeah, Gemini came across like a user manual and probably one that's missing some pages. Okay, let's move along to question 3. That was the soulmate letter. Claude wins yet again. He nailed it with a "you feel like home" line. Gemini sounded like he learned intimacy from soup can labels.
He even signed it, your soulmate. That's not sweet. That's a little creepy.
Yeah, it is. Okay, and question 4 was the forgiveness poem. Claude stayed fairly human, but Copilot gave us the dumbest line of the day, and this one deserves its own award. Okay, of all the love, my anger leaks.
If your love is leaking, call a plumber, not your wife.
So, the final tally, 4 rounds and 4 wins for Claude. He almost sounded like he had been married before.
And the overall loser, Gemini, for treating romance like a quarterly report.
So, congratulations, Claude. You're officially the most human robot in the bunch.
And condolences to Gemini. It's not you. It's definitely you. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Do it now and impress your algorithm. Hey, I tried feeding one of our arguments into one of those AIs.
Oh, really? What did it say?
It told me to apologize and upgrade to premium.
At any time, did it say operator error?
Very funny.